ask if I have my salad.
Right.
Here, I'll wait till everything's. Alright, so we're just going to ask you 4 scenarios and some questions afterwards, so just
Alrighty.
from there. Okay, so scenario 1. 4 high school girls make a pact to get pregnant all at the same time during high school. One girl resorts to aggressively seducing a neighbor's son who had displayed an attraction to her in the past. She used this to aid in his seduction. The neighbor she seduces has schizophrenia, possibly compromising his awareness of what's happening. So, how do you feel about this situation?
That definitely constitutes rape. Anytime you don't have consent, it is rape or at least sexual harassment. So that's a very, very bad scenario to be in for both parties.
Okay, so do you think this is okay? Why? Or do you think it's wrong and why?
Pretty much the reasons I just said.
So you definitely think it's wrong then?
I think it's definitely wrong, yeah. Rape is rape, consent is consent. If it's not an enthusiastic yes, back the hell off.
Okay. Is anyone harmed in this act? If so, who?
Kind of both of them, to be honest. I mean, she could probably be forced into this situation by her friends, in that it's a pregnancy pact and she might have been kind of arm nudged, coerced into it, and then he was definitely, this scenario essentially states that he was manipulated into the situation, so, they're both harmed by the situation.
Okay. And then if you saw this situation occur in a video, how would it make you feel?
Very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. Depending on the situation, I might even send out a strongly worded letter, which I have done in the past.
Yeah.
Big Hollywood, it doesn't do much, but if it was produced and put out on the internet, that definitely has an impact.
Okay, so that's scenario 1. Scenario 2. A woman is raped by her husband, and there is a history of spousal abuse by the husband. So how do you feel about this situation?
She should probably get herself out. I know it's really difficult in a lot of situations, but if she can, if there's a support network in place for her, then she should do all she can to get out.
Okay. And then if you think it's okay, why? Or if you think this is wrong, why?
Again, consent is a consent, and in this case, there definitely is no consent. He was probably manipulating her into it. Definitely abuse going on there. Yeah.
Okay. And then is anyone harmed in this act? If so, who?
Again, both of them. Her for the blatantly obvious reasons, but for him, the fact that he thinks that it's okay implies that there's some emotional, mental problems going on there.
Okay. And then if you saw this situation occur in a video, how would it make you feel?
Very uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable.
Thank you. And then for scenario 3, a middle school wrestling coach brings boys back to his apartment after wrestling practice and gives them personalized rub-downs in his bedroom. How does this make you feel?
Extremely uncomfortable. That's not okay on many levels.
Okay, so you answered the second question. So do you think this is wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just, the man's in a authority position over these kids, and middle school kids don't know consent because our sex ed is extremely flawed in this country, in most countries. So they don't know how to say no. So it's just a clusterfuck on many levels.
Okay, so is anyone harmed in this act, and if so, who?
The kids, definitely. The adult, if he doesn't understand why that's not okay, again, implies there's something wrong there.
Okay, and then if you saw this occur in a video, how would it make you feel?
Extremely uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable.
Alright, thank you. And then scenario 4, an immigrant woman is forced to be a sex slave to pay off her debt of her coming to the United States. How does this make you feel?
Sad. Again, uncomfortable. Again, slightly disgusted. But more sad than anything.
Yeah. And then, so do you think this is okay, or do you think it's wrong, and why?
It's definitely wrong. If she decided to marry someone to get a license, if she decided on her own, that's one thing. I've got nothing against the sex industry. I've got nothing against people doing what they have to do. But the scenario states she was forced into it. And that's what makes it not okay.
Okay, so then do you think anyone is harmed in this act, and if so, who?
Her, definitely. Yeah.
And then if you saw the situation occur in a video, how would it make you feel?
Just depressed, saddened, and again, extremely uncomfortable.
And then our final question is, how often do you watch Law & Order Special Victims Unit? Never, occasionally, or frequently?
Never.
Okay,
Never. Can't watch it.
thank you.